do a thing. Welcome back to Abessinio Stadium. We're here for the FSFC versus Torch FC game. Coming in on a day that has been raining all morning, which is tradition here at Abessinio Stadium. If you've been following any of the home games by First State FC Midnight Riders, you know that it rains every home game. But now the weather's clear. The sun is kind of out. It looks like it'll be in and out of the clouds all day. And there is a bit of a breeze. If you can see in the distance, the trees are really moving around. I don't know how that's going to affect play on the field, but we'll see. The Midnight Riders come into this game with a record of 1-6-1. And unfortunately, one of those losses out of the 6 was last week. After a valiant effort, the team played with 10 men the entire second half and kept the ball out of the net, made some advances, but could not stop the onslaught. And after many attacks, they gave up a goal in the 90th minute and unfortunately lost the game. But they should show some resilience here against Torch FC, who's 3-3-0 on the season. The team is rallied up. They're huddled, both teams. Should be a good game. You can see Torch FC is in bright orange. The Midnight Riders are in their standard black and green uniforms. Torch FC is fourth place in the conference, and the Riders are in 7th. But a win here takes the Riders up to within 2 points of Torch FC with one more game to go in the season. That'll be July 3rd. That's next week against Electric City Shock. So that'll be the last game of the season and last home game. So if you've been holding off coming out to the stadium, you're missing out because the team has been entertaining, that's for sure. And they've gotten stronger as the year has gone on. The first game was a bit tough. Played the top of the table Atlantic City, actually undefeated Atlantic City, and had a rough go of it. But we're here. We're ready to go. The teams are ready for kickoff. And we're underway. Hunter Ferment with the ball. Akeem Williams, good bit of skill there. So the Midnight Riders are playing a 4-3-3 without, from what I've been told, without really a pure striker. So they're sitting back a little bit more, and it looks like they're going to be attacking in more of a group style. But the four across the back, from left to right, you've got Danilo Larvanicius, Romario Squire, Keith Sanderson, and Hunter Ferment. And then in front of those four are going to be Benasante and Yushi Nagao. And then just in front of them is Sean Genus, the number 10. And across the top three is going to be Guy Pereira, Ramel Kuti in the middle, and Hakeem Williams on the right side. Hakeem was our goal scorer last game. Made a nice move. I don't have positional players for Torch FC. I just have names that I got right before kickoff. So excuse me if I don't call out a lot of names, but I'll be trying to learn their numbers and as we go along. Free kick from midfield. Yushi there with the header. Ooh, it's a good take. Ambitious shot, but good technique. Put it just over the frame. I forgot to mention Gianluca Sorasimo back in goal. He's a big fella. He made some nice saves last game. And he's not afraid to use his feet and distribute from the back. Here's Ferment on the left side. Back to Sanderson. Switch over to Guy. Foul there on the far side. And it looks like Torch FC is playing a standard back four. They may be playing similar to what we're playing. It looks like a back four with 3 to 5 midfielders. Maybe they're playing with wingbacks and one striker up top. And it looks like they're also pressing somewhat high. There's Yushi with a nice distribution. Oh, goalie lost it there for a second. It wasn't bad. I'm not sure who the attacker was, but Torch moving it up the right side. They don't seem to be using the left. There's a deep run and a short cross, and Hunter Ferment clears it. But it'll be a throw to Torch FC.
If it's too tight, Mom, you can adjust the can tilt.
And this is our second game with Ball Kids, which is good. They're from the Cecil Soccer Club.
Just remember, you're going to have a little bit of a delay.
I think that's down in Maryland, Cecil County, Maryland. But they've been helping us out all game. You can see them stationed at certain spots. Thanks for coming out and helping. Both boys and girls members are represented here. So Ramal Kuti, you can see him up top. He seems to be the lone striker. But like I said before, it looks like they're dropping Hakeem and Guy back a little bit. So it could be a 4-5-1. And then maybe on the attack they're playing a 4-3-3. Kind of a fluid formation. Back to Sanderson. And there's Yushi in the middle again. He always seems to get in those open pockets. He's a good distributor of the ball. And he's got a motor. He's running. He cramped up a bit last week, but he put in quite a shift, especially when the team went down to 10 men. So Ferment with the ball. Well, there's a nice turn by Hakeem Williams. Cuts it across. Could not find his teammate, Ramel Kuti, crashing the net. Just lost the angle. But it earned a corner kick to the Midnight Riders. Torch is playing man on corner kicks. You can hear them screaming away. Hunter Ferment got up, couldn't get the ball down. Here's Guy Pereira using his magical skills out there to try to beat a man. It's a throw into the Riders. They quickly turn it over, and Torch FC is on the attack, coming right up the middle. No one stopping the ball. Finally, there's a step up by Keith Sanderson. Number 4 swings it out wide. Number 4 is Aiden Link. But the Riders get the ball back and go through Hakeem Williams, who thinks he could beat some players with speed here. But good tackle by Alex De Silva for Torch. Quick turnover again. And outside of the boot to Hakeem Williams. He lost the ball. It's a tackle by Link, and he lost the ball as well. But if Hakeem Williams had been able to spot that ball, he might have been able to do something dangerous with it. The Riders seem to be building up from a higher position, which is good. You don't want to see them sit too deep. They're an attacking-minded squad. Good distribution there. Yushi again on the ball, trying to get it through to Guy. Hakeem again. Nice through ball. Oh, good save. Guy Pereira made that looping run around the outside and received the ball through. He had his chance to use the outside of the boot, just could not get it past the keeper. Luke Nolan is the keeper for Torch FC. And Torch FC is based up in Percy, Pennsylvania. That's Bucks County. And they've come away down here to play us. But the Keystone Conference covers Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware in the NPSL. So it's a lot of local rivalries. Offsides by Guy. Long kick by Nolan. And a foul over the back. Looks like Romario Squire. So got a free kick, Torch FC. Here comes the kick from Torch FC. They chip it short, but it's effective. Offsides, flag you could see go up on the far side. Free kick to the Midnight Riders. Yushi up to Genus and over to Benasante. He passes it over to Ferment. A nice bit of triangle play there. Over to Yushi again, who's dropped deep to collect the ball. That's an easy foul call. Hakeem Williams outright. Tried to get the cross off, but good defense there. Distribution from the back from Nick Dudek. But quick steal. And Guy comes across the middle again. Nice flick on by Sean Genus. Guy overran it though, but he took his chance, could not get it past the defender. Made himself large there. Good build-up play though. Now Hakeem on the right side. Ferment makes an overlapping run, but they couldn't get him the ball. Yushi sitting back, helping the defense. And across the middle. They're cutting inside. Sean Genus has been doing that well. The 1-2 cut back. Sean over the net. Just put it over the net. It was a wonderful build-up. Great spin. Good turn. Just could not put it on frame. I don't think Nolan had much of a chance at that. But then again, he didn't put it on frame. It's good build-up. So far, a couple of dangerous chances already, and we're only in the 11th minute. Torch brings it out wide. Back through the middle. And out to the left side to unlucky Yushi. Well, Jonas Larson took a long-range shot, and it wasn't that far away. It took a deflection, so it would be a corner kick for Torch FC. Now we'll see what happens here with the defensive strategy of First State FC. Because unfortunately in the past they've been playing zone, and they've given up goals playing zone D. And it looks like they're playing zone again. So let's see what happens here. It's another D kick to the far side. Well done by Gianluca. Came down with it cleanly. The ref saw something, so it'll be a free kick. Yushi again with the ball up top. Yushi through the middle. Goes back to Romario Squire, who brings it up. Or that's Danny. Daniel Larnavicius, excuse me. Hakeem on the turn. Back to Ferment. Ferment, he goes to Colgate University, and he's not an outside back by trade. but he's been playing a very good outside back recently for the team, for our team, the Riders. Here comes Torch out of the back with Larson again. Keith back to Gianluca, who sends it long to Akeem, who did not challenge for that header. Be a throw into Torch FC. You can see Coach Abdul Al Hassan Chipsa out there, arms crossed, figuring out the next move. The team has started well. The first 15 minutes have looked, well, 14 minutes have looked good. Another throw into Torch FC. They may have a deep throw in play. This is De Silva coming down there to take that throw. Throws to the baseline. They've got him bottled up. And Yushi comes away with the ball. Hakeem makes a nice cut on the inside. He's sprinting away and maybe gave that ball up a little early. Sam Glock was able to turn around and corral that and send it back to his goalie, Luke Nolan. Torch FC breaking up the right side. A lot of speed there on that wingback, and no one's challenging him, so he just keeps driving forward. Ferment missed that ball, unfortunately, but Gianluca saves him by a beautiful kick save. And that was Noah Blodgett with the shot for Torch FC. But Hunter Ferment let that ball get over his head, and he let his player get behind him, and Gianluca bailed him out. But here we are in another corner kick, and Torch is bringing up some of their bigger players. And the Midnight Riders are in zone. Far post. Call a handball there in the box. You could hear you might have been able to hear the players call for it. A little jawing on the field. Yushi with the ball in the middle. He really does drop deep to pick up that ball. But he does well with it. He's almost a six in depth, but a 10 in distribution. He covers a lot of ground. You can see him sitting in those spaces. You can see him just outside the circle in the middle of the field. It's a good sliding ball to Hakeem Williams. Asante calling for it back. But it falls to Genus right in the middle, right on the penalty spot. And Guy puts it in. Guy Pereira with a beautiful shot in the 17th minute. Puts the Riders up 1-0. Here's the ball popping over to Sean Genus, and you can see he lays it off to Guy Pereira, who just puts it far post past the diving goalie. I don't think Nolan had much of a chance on that. But all props to Guy and also to Sean Genus for keeping his head and noticing the run and just flipping it out there. Back to live action, and Torch is trying to make up for that mistake. But Gianluca's going to slow the pace down, try to keep them, keep the Riders moving forward and keep Torch from threatening his net again. But there's been a lot of action here. We're in the 18th minute, And we've had shots on goal, great saves, one-on-ones. It's an open game so far. It's a good term for Guy Pereira. He's feeling it. Long ball up the side. It looks like Hakeem Williams has drifted over there. And he's playing that central role, and maybe it's a more fluid movement up top. Because you can see Ramel Kuti, number 6 here on the near side. In the yellow boots. It's a throw into the Riders. A little flick on, but they weren't on the same page there. And Guy was not looking for that ball to go down the line. Torch starts out on the back left, trying to move the ball up. You can see the Midnight Riders shifting and getting up to men when the Torch players kind of direct their ball. Not necessarily pass it, but when they square up, you can see the Midnight Riders players stepping up. You see a long run through here. They couldn't find each other on the counterattack there. Yushi's got the ball. Good control there by Yushi Nagao. And Hunter Ferment's now going to build up the play. Hakeem Williams is back in his familiar spot in front of him. And Ben Asante with the ball now. Guy with a nice layoff. And Torch recover the ball and send it down the sideline, but Yushi is there. Throw into the Midnight Riders. And I think maybe for the first time, maybe second time, we have fans on the other side of the stadium. Maybe it's a little warm out here today, and the wind has stopped, so it's a little bit sticky. And maybe they're out there enjoying the shade. But Torch FC is rebuilding here. Guy's trotting back to help out on defense. And again, their right side seems to be their action side. They seem to be sending a lot of balls down that way, trying to create something. But the counterattack is on. A bit ambitious with the ball there and a turn. And they didn't have the numbers, but here comes Torch FC again. So Torch FC calls itself a sports ministry, and they are affiliated with several clubs and a group up there that's a very active mission group. And if you, if you're at the stadium, you're probably not listening to the feed here, but there was a nice free barbecue out front. It was free pizza and sodas and things by Elite. One of our sponsors, Elite Physical Therapy. But it was a nice little gesture by our sponsor. And a breakthrough here. It's a one-on-one with the goalie. He's got it tied up in his feet. He's got to shoot it. Well, I don't know why the goalie called for that ball after he made such a nice play, but So Ramel had a chance. I think he overthought it. Yushi gave him a super through ball, but he just needs to pick his head up, pick his spot, and hit the ball. He tried to do a little too much with it. You don't always want to walk across the goal line with the ball. That's left for Johan Cruyff and some of the other greats if you watch some YouTube clips. It's a long ball to the left side. Looks like Sean Jean is chasing it down. Cuts back to try to open up the angle. Can't get his foot wrapped around it. Good catch by the ball kid, though. Right in his windpipe. We've got a good crowd here today. I don't have a numbers count, but a lot of families out here. Ball swings around the back for Torch FC. De Silva again. A long ball over the top. Furman's got to chase him down, but he's got his man on the wrong side there. It's a good ball by Aiden Link. Gave the Midnight Riders a bit of trouble there. Yushi with the distribution out left. And Danilo Laravanicius swings it around. Yushi again. And Akeem Williams is open here. Tries to see something on the far left. It's a throw into Torch FC. It's a flick on, and number 21 is wide open in the middle. That's Nathaniel Medeiros. Makes a nice move, tries to go to the outside. Oh, Gianluca steps up big and hits that twice. Great rebound save, but he can't keep out the last ball. And Torch FC is even this game just on the stroke of 24 minutes. That's not good, especially they just couldn't clear the lines. Gianluca did everything he could. So now, how do the Riders respond? They had a lead. They were doing well. Ball over the top opened them up a bit. And Gianluca, I don't. You can't fault the guy. He made two stellar saves, and his defenders just weren't able to clean up the rebounds. But we move forward. And here comes Torch FC again, using the outside of the boot to find that right side opening. We took a bad angle there. Unfortunately, that's going to be a penalty kick. I think that was Romario Squire who took a bad angle on the attacking player for Torch FC, and had to, the player cut in front of him. He had to clip him. So in the 26th minute now, we may have another score. Let's see if Gianluca can intimidate the man and stepping up to the line. Looks like number 27, Noah Blodgett. Let's see what Gianluca can do here. Always tense. He made two great back-to-back saves. Let's see if he can save a penalty. Nah. Blodgett put it coolly by him. Goal 27 in the 27th minute. Here's the penalty kick replay. I think he's waiting for the goalie to move and then slots it by. That's what Ronaldo does. If you watch the Euro Cups, that was his second penalty against, what was that? I forget which team he played that he hit two penalties. But anyway, the first one he drilled the corner. The second one he waited for the goalie to move and calmly slotted it by him. So now we're in a different situation, the one I just talked about 2 or 3 minutes ago, which is, can the Riders respond? Then it was a tie game after having the lead. Now they have to come from behind and keep their heads. Here comes Yushi Nagao through the middle. Benasante out left. Ski Pereira out there. Kind of our action man. Trying to spray it wide, but didn't really look where Sean Genus was. It'll be a throw into the Midnight Riders. Hunter Ferment with the throw. Out to Sanderson. Quick turn through the middle. Ball's play is broken up, and Ferment lost it out of bounds, unfortunately. Quick play through the middle. Here comes Sean Genus. Hakeem Williams back to Genus. He's looking for Ramel Kuti up top. Genus drops it in nicely. A little heel play, but Kuti was just offsides, according to the linesman. So we have some technical issue in the sense that we have it on Facebook and YouTube, but we don't have the feed on the app, the Kuti app. So if you're looking for it there, we're sorry if you had to switch over to one of the other apps or one of the other websites. We're going to look into it at halftime, see if we can widen our audience. But back to live action. Well, I don't know why Torch would change their approach. They put a couple balls over the top and have gotten chances. But what that does is open up the game and allows First State FC to find more gaps and to possess the ball a little bit more. And you can see with the addition of Yushi in the middle, possession is something they're better at. Flared ball out to the outside. Hunter Ferment, let that drop. It's a dangerous game you play if you let that ball drop. Turnover there by Guy, who quickly wins it back. It looks like there's a little tussle over there. Out of bounds throw to Torch FC. And it'll be a corner kick to Torch FC. Take it short. Back out to the original kicker who drives it in. And Yushi clears. Bit of a mess in there. Referee saw something. It wasn't offsides. It must have been a push or a hold. I didn't see a foul on the foot. But here comes Hakeem Williams. Quick double. I don't know if De Silva played the ball there. He looked like he just played the man. There was a double team coming, too. I don't know if he had to be that physical with that. But it is a soccer game. Little mix up there in the give and go, and Ferment couldn't get on the end of it. Throw into Torch FC. Hakeem has dropped back behind Hunter Ferment here. Just a quick switch. And the winds have picked up again. And the sun has gone behind the clouds. Sean Genus with the ball now after Hakeem stole the throw in. Yushi back. The way Yushi moves around, he's a lot like Andrea Del Pirlo. Kind of drifts in, just touches it. If it goes through him, it's you're better off for it. And Torch FC just clear it. And that'll be a throw in on the far side to First State FC. All the way to Gianluca Saracimo. Back out to the right side to Hunter Ferment. And Benasante over the top looking for Ramel Kuti. Who wins the ball. Oh, nice play. And that's a foul. That's pretty easy to call. It's Sam Glock the big defender for Torch FC. It's a dangerous position. Hakeem Williams can now put this ball, bend it towards the running players that are going to be heading for a goal. Luke Nolan hasn't been tested much since the goal. Seemed to have, let our foot off the gas, and unfortunately, Torch FC got 2 goals. 2 Midnight Riders are on the deck, but the ball goes out of bounds. Just a throw in. No fouls, no nothing. Long throw. Yushi up, wins the header. Slide over to Hakeem Williams. Cuts it onto his left foot. Slides it out to Guy Pereira, the goal scorer, who cuts baseline. There's no room for him to run. Kind of a blind cross there. Furman's going to get the ball back. Turns nicely. Someone's got to show for him, and Yushi does. Hits the referee, but it stays in the Midnight Riders' possession. There's Guy again on the ball. Danny with the overlapping run. Guy again on the far side, working 1-on-3. Sends it in, but the goalie spilled it a bit. He can learn something. Nolan throws the ball out left to De Silva, and Torch FC is at it again. Kind of a toe ball attempt there by the goal scorer, Jonas Larsson, the number 11 shirt in orange. Yushi again with the ball at midfield, at least inside the circle there, out to Ferment. Nagao again with the ball. Swinging it out to Romario Squire. And Guy is open on the far side. We're here in the 36th minute of a very, very entertaining half. The Riders took the lead at 17 minutes. And then Larson and Blodgett scored for Torch FC. And now fighting for our lives here. But nice play down the middle. Beats the keeper and inside the net. Guy Pereira with his second goal of the day. 36th minute. Fantastic. Now we're tied at 2-2. So here's Guy on the left side. And he curled it right into the net past the goal. He took a bad angle on that. So now we got ourselves a game again. 4 goals in the first half, and we've still got probably 10 minutes because we're going to have some stoppage time. So hold on to your hats, folks. Corner kick for the First 8 FC Midnight Riders. It looks like Hakeem Williams is going to go all the way across the field there to take it. It'll be an in-swinger. He's a right-footed guy. Easily picked up by Nolan. Coming out again out of the back. Torch building up the side. But the Riders have a bit of a spring in their step now. They're attacking the ball a little bit more. There you go. Right off the big defender. Ferment lost the ball out of bounds. Try to be a little trickier with that. And they're just distributing out of the back. Another scramble in front of the net there. And it'll be a throw into Torch FC. Long ball up the middle, and the man is open, but Gianluca takes care of that. Out to Romario Squire. It looks like First State FC has really dropped more back into a back three. Or Danilo is really just pushing up high up the pitch. Looks like Guy switched sides here for a little bit. Be a throw in for Torch FC. And thanks again to our Cecil Soccer Club ball boys and girls. Coach Chips is taking a seat here, watching the action. He's got to be things he's pleased about and some things he's got to be worried about. But overall, the team looks they're in unison. They're attacking well. They're possessing well. They're moving well. A couple errors in defense. I call it more personal than systemic. Maybe a couple reads. People need to take a little bit better. But it'll be a free kick. In swinger. It's going to drop in there. Nathaniel Medeiros will be taking it for Torch FC. Over the offsides is the call. I see the flag up on the far side. There's the whistle by the referee. I don't know if the player that was offsides ever came close to touching the ball, but I guess if you make a play for it, then the flag will go up. Gianluca starts out of the back, slots it right to Yushi Nagao, number 18. Gives it to Sean Genus, number 10. And Benasante. Yushi goes over the top again. That's a good ball. And Guy is playing out here on the right side now. And it'll be a throw into the Midnight Riders. Hunter Ferment with the throw. Sends it to the back. And Sanderson looks like he's going to switch it long. Over. It's a good ball, but can't be corralled. Just out of bounds. You can't see the linesman on the near side, but he said the ball went over the end line. Goal kick to Torch FC. Furman up the right side. And it's turnover. Torch FC handle the ball. No. Okay. The ball. Gianluca makes a nice save. Sorry, we're dealing with some technical questions here in the booth. If I cut out in and out, we're trying to worry about the app, and we've got a full complement of folks up here in the media booth. Some with new positions and jobs that they didn't expect today, which is what happens when you're a volunteer at NPSL. It's all fun. But we've got a good game here. We've got a barn burner, 2-2. As we approach halftime and the train is rolling in It's not rolling into the station because there's no station nearby, but it's going to roll right by your screen there, and we're going to hear it. It's a big freight train, CSX. Benasante out to Hunter Ferment. And Gia here on the right side. It's odd to say that. And it looks like he's trying to figure that if Akeem Williams looks like he's being a striker. They're shifting around some of their players and their positions. Well, that's a good ball over the top. And Ramel Kuti cannot catch up with it. It's a little scattered here the last 5 minutes of the half. Not really more mistakes from both sides. Kind of sloppy play. But we get to reset and start the next half. 2-2, most likely. Nolan lines up for the goal kick. And as I've mentioned before, we don't get a signal or a board on how much extra time there will be. I'm watching the sideline referee now to see if he's going to flash a number at the Torch FC coach. Looks like 1 extra minute of extra time. 1 minute of extra time. Ball goes out left. And that's, odd to say, but it's Akeem Williams out there. And he cuts it in on his right foot. It was a bit of an ambitious shot. We're into extra time now. And Nolan distributes out to the right side. I think Coach Chipsa can take some good things out of this half. Again, a couple odd mistakes, but there are players in new positions. I mean, they don't have Asane up top, who's their usual striker. They've changed formation just so slightly. But I think they're distributing well through the middle. I think the 3 players in the middle, Yushi Nagao, Sean Genus, and Benasante are doing a good job distributing. The wings are opening up. Obviously, Guy Pereira scored a nice goal. 2 nice goals, excuse me. And Yushi distributes again. They're going to try to get one more cross here in the middle. He's open. Big sliding save by the defender, and that'll take us to halftime with FSFC Midnight Riders 2 and Torch FC 2. So we're back after halftime here, and score is 2-2 at Abessinio Stadium. First State FC Midnight Riders got 2 goals from Guy Pereira, number 23, who was playing on the left flank for most of the half and then drifted over to the right. He scored in the 17th and then again in the 36th minute. But unfortunately, between those 2 goals, Torch FC got a pair of goals. One from a ball over the top that we couldn't that opened up the defense, and Gianluca made 2 fantastic saves before the rebound came out to Jonas Larsson, number 11 for Torch FC, who drove it past the goalie. And then a lazy tackle, unfortunately, inside the box that Noah Blodgett slotted home for a penalty kick in the 27th minute. So, unfortunately, in a span of 2 to 3 minutes, the Riders lost their lead and had to play from behind. But in the second half, let's see if Coach Chipsa put a little fire in their bellies at halftime and see if they come out strong and ready to run. Waiting for the synchronization of the clocks here. The sideline looks like everybody's all set. The ref is ready to go. It's Riders kickoff. Swinging around back. Looks like Guy is back over here on the near side. And you can see Danilo Larvinicius, number 4 here, high up the pitch. He likes to sit a little higher than Hunter Ferment. Fortunately, Guy lost that ball out of bounds. It looks like they're back in their original starting positions with Ramel Kuti up top, Hakeem Williams on the right, Guy Pereira here on the left, and then the midfield triangle of Sean Ginas, Benasante, and Yushi Nagao. And here's Ramel Kuti up top. Can't get it by number 18 for Torch FC. Ball's out of bounds there. Ramel Kuti is a good story. He's a that ball slipped on the throw-in. Yushi with a quick header and Pereira controls. Slot through Sean Ginas with a nice pickup off a back heel from Ramel Kuti. And Ramel Kuti, as I was saying, ooh, it's a nasty tackle by number 7 for Torch FC. And that's Frieder Wagner. But Ramel Kuti is from Cameroon, and he's a walk-on on this team. So there was an open tryout in March, and he showed up and made the team, and he scored a goal in the preseason against Philadelphia Lone Star, which is just a friendly game. But he's obviously showed his potential to play, and here he is in the NPSL, playing center forward, as it were, if that were a position on this particular team, for an NPSL team here in Wilmington, Delaware. Luke Nolan plays out of the back, over to his left side. Quick turnover, and Ferment can't do much with it, but it'll be a throw, and it's going over to Torch FC. A lot of chatter on the field in the second half. That may be a product of both coaches kind of telling their teams that this game is there to be won. I think both teams would be upset if they drop points here, right? First State FC is looking for its first home win. Torch FC came from behind, took the lead, and then gave it up. So, there's a lot to play for here. The playoffs are the top 4 teams in the league, and as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Torch FC team is in 4th place, so they're holding on to that last playoff spot. But First State FC is only 5 points behind them. So if they can get 3 points here, they'll sit 2 points below Torch FC going into the last game, which is, again, a home game. And it's here against Electric City Shock on July 3rd, a week from today, here at Abessinio. So come on out. You can wear red, white, and blue, even though the Riders wear black and green. Sean Ginas with a nice poke over to Guy Pereira. Let's see what Guy can create over here. Oh, that's Danny. Excuse me. Danilo. I won't call him Danny. I'll call him Danilo. Going up the middle here. I don't know if Torch FC made any changes. It doesn't appear to. But I didn't see anybody at the table starting the half. But I wasn't looking particularly either. Again, there's no board here, and we don't get signals from the sideline with regards to fouls, substitutions, etc. Guy out to Danilo, who cuts it back on his right foot and sends it around. Benasante looking for an opening here. Well, it tries to chip it in, but doesn't do much with it, although Luke Nolan makes a lot of routine plays look very complicated. I'm not sure I'd be confident in with some of his positional and decisions in goal, but here we are. Guy's got the ball, slots it through to Sean Genis, who beats his man fairly easily, but the angle's gone. Sean is from Jamaica, and he plays for Wilmington University here under Coach Nick Papanikolas. Ball pops out. And Guy's trying to create some space here. It's a solid tackle by a player for Torch FC. Big man in the back. I think that's Nick Dudek. Oh, ball got flipped over. Calling Gianluca Surasimo for a yellow card for coming out there and leveling the players. It's probably an appropriate yellow. It's a dangerous attack. They split the lines, and the ball was kind of in no man's land. And Gianluca made a decision, and to his credit, at least he followed through with it. You hate to see a goalkeeper start his run and then stop, and then you're caught with nothing to protect you. But here we are about, about 25 yards out. Can't tell who's taking the kick. He's got his number to the back of me. It's well over the bar.
Zoom in on the goalie.
Yeah, Nathaniel Medeiros put that well over the bar. Some of the media guys up here in the booth are giving him 3 points for that, but I'll give him 0. He's got to make Gianluca work if you're taking a free kick. Either make the wall work or the goalie work. But back on offense here. Long ball up the side, up the right wing, and here comes Hakeem Williams. He's got help in the middle. He's got players in there. A header into the goal. Ramel Kuti. It looked like Ramel Kuti with a header. Beautiful finish. We have a replay? All right. First State FC 3 and Torch FC 2 in the 53rd minute. And here comes our replay. Oh. I'll get back to the replay in a second. We have the replay? Okay. We're working on the replay, folks. We're back to live action on the screen, though. Out of bounds, a throw to Torch FC. Throw in. Yushi again. Good distribution out wide. Guy's trying to make a slick move. Can't get past number 16. Enrique Diaz, who there has been a sub for Torch FC. Enrique Diaz started on the bench, so I don't know who he came in for. But cut inside, Guy. Oh, cannot find the top corner. I think, again, with that goalie, you want to make him work. So, we sing the praises of Ramel Kuti, the walk-on from Cameroon, and he delivers. Big, big goal. And after last week, the Riders know how to defend for an extended period of time, except this time they get to do it. This time they get to do it with a full complement of players on the field. But I think there are more goals in this game. I think the Riders would love to get an insurance goal, and I think Torch FC feels a bit aggrieved. But and their position in the table says that they have the power to score. So let's see how this game ends up. We've got 35 minutes to go or so, more than that. It's a good turn by Hakeem Williams. Takes it all the way back to Yushu, who's dropped a little bit deeper. I think maybe to help out back here. Benasante, you can see in the middle, kind of dropping into that central role. And Guy Pereira steps in to get the ball. Danilo wants to slide up. A little flick over by Pereira. Can't find Ramel Kuti. Distributed out to the left side. And now let's see how both teams respond. And like I said, there was a substitution for Torch FC. I don't know who came out, but as I said, Enrique Diaz, number 16, came in. He's a midfielder. Swinging out wide to Philip Burnett, who's burning up the sideline. That could be a rider's throw. Yeah, it looks like good defense by Danilo Larvanicius to send that off the player. Another sub, Tiago Viana, is also on for Torch FC. He's number 22 up top. You can see him next to Danilo. Sean Genis just couldn't bring that ball under control. Back to Nolan, who swings it out left. Poked the ball past Hunter Ferment. Tighter to his man than he was before in the first half. I think Coach Chips saw something and tried to keep these players a little bit closer to their marks. It's a good way to clean up. Romario Squire. Up through Keith Sanderson. All the way back is Hakeem Williams. Hunter Ferment, Williams. Nice move, hesitation. Tries to find Ramel up top. Can't do it. Torch sends it back around to reset. It's good pressure by Ramel Kuti. Just force them to go the direction they don't want to go. Hunter Ferment with the interception. Gets tripped, but surprised the ref didn't play advantage there. The ball's moving forward. Hakeem Williams was by himself. The ball's inbounds. He can play advantage there. So now the momentum's lost, and Torch FC has reset. So Benasante with the ball. Swings it out to Danilo. And here's Guy Pereira on the left side. Finds Ramel Kuti, gets it back to Guy, but the ball had a little bit of spin on it, little English. Here comes Torch FC. But the Riders are back in numbers. It's good interception. And Guy Pereira with a little trickery in there to slide by. Yushi's on his left. And here comes Yushi Nagao, cutting it inside. Takes a shot, and he's well off. As I mentioned before, Nolan doesn't give me confidence in goal for Torch FC. I think if you put a few more balls on net, instead of trying to find corners, he may spill something. Even if it's on the ground, if it's pace, make him make a save. Don't bail him out by getting in good positions and not hitting the net. Here comes Guy Pereira again, using his speed. He's coming right at net here, cutting right, left, and there's another goal. Guy Pereira with the hat trick.
Let's go.
60th minute. He's having himself a game. Guy Pereira, number 23. That's his third goal of the game. And the fans are enjoying it. And you can see him coming. Oh, we have the replay for you. We've got it, folks. So you can see him coming on the left side, and he makes that step over move, cuts into his right foot, just wrong foots the defender, and the defender is kind of causing the goalie to be blind on that because he can't see which way the player's going to lean, the attacking player's going to lean, and where the ball is. And that gives a nice cushion to the Riders. With 30 minutes to play, they've got a 4-2 lead at Abessinio Stadium. The fans are enjoying themselves. The weather's cooperating, right? We're not getting rain. The wind has died down. The sun is dipped behind the clouds. And we're looking for our first home win. There's a rebound out to number 3 for Torch. Chips it into the middle. Hunter Ferment with a good defensive header there. Clears it out. Here comes Benasante. He just clears it. It looks like it's not what he intended. I think he wanted to wrap his foot around that and put a little curl on it, but it went out of bounds. But now we've got ourselves a game, folks. At least in the Riders' perspective. We have a substitution. Hunter Ferment comes out. Jackson Sopa coming in. All right. We had a substitution. I had to do the PA announcements as well. So we're back online. So Hunter Ferment and Hakeem Williams came out, both the right side players, and Saul Robles, number 80, and Jackson Sopa, number 19, are in their place. Nice switch to the outside, and it's another goal. That's a substitution. Yes. Saul Robles, number 80, with the goal, comes on super sub in the 63rd minute. We got a replay coming in there. We've got, looks like Ramel Kuti slots it over to the right side, and Robles has got nothing but space and time. So I'm doing a double and triple duty here. So super sub comes on, and now we're starting to play. Danilo with a nice back heel. Sean Genis on the attack, takes his own shot, and there's another goal. Sean Genis in the 64th minute has scored again. Woo! And the Midnight Riders are celebrating. Do we get the backflip? We have the highlight. Here comes Sean Genis. Nobody challenges him. He cuts on the inside, and shoots on net. And like I said, Luke Nolan does not seem to be the strongest keeper in the league. Back to live action after some paperwork, which is good. Here comes Torch FC, but right now Danilo is controlling that left side. He's on the attack, he's on the defense, and here comes Ramel Kuti. He wants more. Guy Pereira's got his hat trick. The subs have goals. We're looking for first home win of the season after a 2-2 halftime score. First State FC Midnight Riders have put up 4 goals here in the second half. And they're going to have a little fun out there for the last 25 minutes. Look at that slotted ball. And there's another spilled ball by goalie Nolan. And the Riders are going to get the... Ooh, it's a nice trick. I thought they were going to get the ball back, but Yushi's back to control. So there comes Danilo. And the Riders take the ball around the back. Sanderson and Romario Squire are going to see a lot of the ball because they're going to be holding it and letting, the play open up in front of them. Here comes Guy Pereira looking for number 4. I don't know what 4 goals in the game is. I know 3 is a hat trick. And they're swinging around the back. And they're just playing around now. They're just going to try to draw Torch FC out of their shell. It's going to be a goal kick for Torch FC. So goals in the 53rd, 60th, 63rd, and 64th minutes here in the second half. They've come in a flurry, and they've given the Riders a commanding lead here at home. The fans are fired up. And Torch FC really doesn't have any place to go. The defense is playing good, tight man, and they're also holding a solid shape. Coach Chips has tightened up the team at halftime, it looks like. Offsides. And Yushi with the turn. Sean Genus, one of the goal scorers, pops it out to Danilo, and Genus gets the ball back. He's got a lot of space in the middle, and Betasante is standing by himself in the middle of the field. Here comes Saul Robles. He collects the ball. He came in from his wide spot, and Jackson Sopa now on the ball. A little over the top. And here comes Torch FC on the counter, but a little bit of a late foul there. Jackson Sopa. I'd say it gets grass stains, but we're on artificial turf, so he just has some pellets on his jersey now. It's a foul against Yushi. Yushi Nagao puts in a lot of mileage. I don't know if they've got the chips in the boots here at NPSL, but I'm sure he covers a lot of miles. Here comes the overlap. Guy to Danilo. Danilo back to Guy, who wants more. He has to want more. He's got 3 goals. He's going to earn a corner kick for the Riders.
Actually, that's fine.
They take it short, and Danilo swings it in from a high angle and a low trajectory. And Torch FC is able to clear it and try to get a breakaway going, but it's good recovery there. It's like Keith Sanderson made a good turn there, got himself out of some trouble. Let's put it that way. Here's Nagao here on the near side. Over to Jackson Sopa. To Sean Genis, who is challenged and loses the ball. And it looks like it will be a throw-in to Torch FC. We approach the 70th minute. This has been a good first 15 minutes of the second half. More than that, 20 minutes of the second half. It's been exciting to see the team play so well. They're gelled. They seem to be enjoying themselves out there. A little bit more flair to their game. Back to the goalie. And Nolan leaves kind of an empty pass. And even up 4 goals, it looks like the Midnight Riders are putting on somewhat of a press up top, just to force the action. And Torch FC doesn't build up too well anymore. They were building up on the sideline with some of their faster players, but they've given up on that, and they seem to be chopping it a little bit more and trying to launch balls over the top. There's a substitute for Torch FC, number 6, coming in for 21, it looks like. Number 6 in for 27. So Noah Blodgett, the goal scorer, is going to be replaced by DJ Sage. All right, Dave. Oop. Ball on the far side, throw in for Torch FC. Swinging the ball around the back. Over to number 3, Philip Burnett. Chops it up the line for Tiago Viana. And it's a throw into Torch FC. Looks like a couple more players are warming up for First State FC. Looks like we're getting a substitution here. Coach Chipsa. Looks like Mamadou Diombera is coming in. We're just going to call him Mama. That's what the team calls him. I think Mama wants to take off his penny before he runs out. Yellow card.
Number 22, 21, Torch.
Yeah. Looks like number 21, Nathaniel Medeiros, has got a yellow card for Torch FC. And who's coming off there? It looks like Ramel Kuti. Right?
Yes.
Ramel Kuti. And ball up top, super sub. Do we going to get that luck again? Unfortunately, no, but he gave it a whack. That's for sure. switch the fields, and Torch FC is on the attack. But they haven't shown much of an attack except for that ball over the top where Gianluca came out and leveled that guy and got a yellow card. He's been quite quiet. He hasn't had anything to do. They haven't even really passed the ball back to Gianluca in the second half after that play. Ball out to the right side. Again, Torch FC trying to find those angles. Can't find it. Another throw in here for Torch FC. They're swinging around the back. Here comes on the outside. Here comes Mama, trying to use his speed. That's a good tackle by number 16. That's a solid tackle, a way to come back and make that play. Good hustle play by Enrique Diaz. And Torch is going to have some possession, but it's not dangerous possession, so the Riders don't have to worry too much here. There seems a little bit more speed and a little bit more urgency to Torch's play in the last 5 minutes, but they're still not threatening Gianluca in goal. Yushi with control. And here comes Mama. Oh, that's Sean. Excuse me, Sean Ginas. Yushi tries to cut on the inside, but it's cleared out. Looks like Alexis Ayala is ready to come in also. It's another yellow card. So Alexis Ayala is coming in for, we'll see. I haven't gotten an indication. And somebody else is coming in as well. It's a double substitution. Demi. It looks like Demi is coming in as well. All right, I'm back on the call now that we're on the off the PA. So, in the 77th minute, 78th minute, looks like the cards have almost all been played because it looks like Coach Chipsa is going to bring in Papa Mousasson, and he's coming in for Benasante. All right, we're back. Another substitution. So on the field is Pape. Came in for Benasante. It looks like Coach Chips is going to ride it out with the last 12 minutes plus stoppage time with this crew. Might as well let him get a run. This is about the first dangerous place Torch FC has been, again, since the Gianluca yellow card. And they still haven't gotten a cross in or anything else. And the train runs in the other direction now for all you train watchers, train spotters. Yushi back on defense, and it'll be a goal kick. Coach Chipsa had his legs crossed there on the bench. I think he could just use this as a teaching moment. He doesn't have to coach too much harder here. Just ride the game out, get the 3 points, and get ready for next week. We're winding down a nice summer evening here at Abessinio Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware, here near the train tracks, but also near downtown Wilmington. There's a beautiful facility if you haven't been out to the stadium. It's new, named after Rocco Abessinio, an alumnus of Salesianum School, whose logo you can see at the middle of the field. And Torch FC now is just passing it around. They don't look like they're putting a lot of motion in. I don't think they're going to make any subs either, any changes to the end of this game. I don't see their bench active or warming up. And I think Coach Chipsa has played all his cards as well. So we'll see what we can gain from watching the team, see how they're going to move, see how some of the subs react. Looks like they've shifted somewhat of the formation. It looks like Mama's slipped out left here and Guy Pereira's up top in kind of the solo spot. There's another great ball by Yushi Nagao. One-on-one with the goalie, trying to lift it over him. Could not get it past. Guy was looking for number 4 there. 10 minutes to go, and we're back at it. Sopa and Robles working together, and here comes Robles. Cannot find the corner of the net. He was in again. The angle just slowly went away from him. And we got a cramping situation, I think, here. Looks like Guy Pereira. Nobody around him, which is always worrisome. Hopefully it's a cramp and nothing more. It is a sticky night, so you see Yushi getting some water from the sideline. Mama's looking for some too. Torch player is also getting some water. So they may be bringing a sub on here. Looks like Coach Chipsa is bringing somebody to the sideline. I don't see a card with him, though. It looks like Johan Silvestri is the player that's going to be subbed on, and it's probably for Guy, who went right to the bench. Yep. So I prematurely called the last substitution before the last substitution happened. Hey, Gianluca got the ball. He must be happy. He hasn't touched it in, honestly, a quarter of an hour since his yellow card. And he didn't touch it then. They flipped it over him. He hasn't had to be part of this game, so it's a good thing on our side, but it's a little. That's why goalies they always say are a little different, right? They gotta do nothing, and then in bursts they have to make amazing athletic plays. And he is not being peppered with shots like he was the last game, nor like in the first half when he made the double save before Torch FC tied the game in the 25th minute off Larson's rebound. But he distributes out wide. Here's our substitute, Johan Silvestri. It's a bit of a dangerous ball. Romario's got to be worried about that. And there's Pape in the middle making his presence known. Yushi Nagao here on the turn. It's dancing on the ball. Back to Jackson Sopa. And finds a nice streaking ball through the middle. Just the timing wasn't right, but Mama's fighting for it. Oh, that ball's overcooked a bit. The idea was there, just overcooked a bit. And Torch FC lose the ball really without any pressure on them. So maybe their minds are already on the bus back to the sports ministry in Percy, Pennsylvania. Ooh, sliding down the side, Robles cannot find an attacking teammate. And there was a collision there inside the box, and the defender, you can see, is still down, clutching his shin. But Torch hasn't cleared the ball, so Silvestri is playing it out to help with the injured player. Get a little treatment if he needs it. But this has been a great win. This will be win number 2 for First State FC. This will move them up to 7 points, which, depending on the other results from the league, may put them in a spot where they can attack a 4th place position. They're in. Let's see. The standings have. Yep.
So we are still 7th.
It's still 7th.
Yeah,
Okay.
7 points. Torch are now on 9 points.
But we can catch.
9 as well.
Yeah. Well, you have to. Yeah. So next week's game. That's a goal.
Yes!
I'm working about the table, and they're scoring goals, which is number 7, lucky number 7. Here's the replay on Yushi Nagalo's goal. Kind of a nondescript play. Nobody attacks the ball. No one fronts him, and he just finds an open space and passes it into the net. Again, the goalie didn't have much chance, didn't have much of a view on that, Luke Nolan, but he's let 7 in, and we've still got 5 minutes to play. I hesitate to say that was the last goal of the game, because Torch FC looks like their defense is wide open. And the Riders want more. And here comes Mama. I can't get the ball under control. Quick counterattack. And here comes Torch FC, but it's 3-on-4. The Riders are back. They're getting in position. There are a lot of fresh legs out there. Coach Chip says, cleared his bench. Both wingbacks are fresh. And here comes Sal Robles, barnstorming up the left side. Mama with the turn, can't quite get it done. Here's Pape. Switches the field. Silvestri with the ball. Nice bit of in and out play there. Here comes Yushi, cuts it back, cannot find a player. I think that's going to be a corner kick. It is. Substitution. They're changing the goalie out. Torch FC is bringing in substitute goalie, number 0, Tristan Gay. Corner kick for the Riders with a new goalie in net. Oh, good flick on. Could not get it to be a dangerous shot on goal. But it'll be a goal kick. So let's see what Tristan Gay can do with his foot. Maybe he got a big leg. Nope, he does not. He has an inaccurate leg. Kicked that ball right out of bounds. It looked ugly coming off his foot. Silvestri swinging around. Over to Sanderson. And they're just going to be passing around the back here. There's Mama. Silvestri. Yushi. It's an ambitious ball, but defender number 3 comes away with it, clears it, but it'll be a First Aid FC throw-in. Philip Burnett. We're in the 90th minute, another throw-in for Midnight Riders. And they're just going to possess. It's a throw-in for the Riders. Again, I haven't seen the linesman or the fourth official make an indication to the bench. Ooh, that's a bad back pass. That's got to be a penalty kick. So Tristan Gay comes in, has no shots on him, but gives up a penalty kick on a late tackle, reckless tackle. He gets a yellow card for his troubles, and looks like the First State FC Midnight Riders are going to have a chance to make it 8 on the day. So I'm hearing the yells, the screams. Pape, Pape. We'll see if Pape is the guy who gets to take it. Looks like Mama's going to take it, not Papa. And here comes the approach. Yeah! Puts it in the roof of the net, which is a dangerous way to take a penalty kick, but they all count. And that is the final kick of the game. Your First State FC Midnight Riders 8, Torch FC 2. First home win of the nascent team. So there's a party, festive atmosphere at Abessinio Stadium. You can hear the music in the background. Great win for the team. They're up to 7 points now. The team they play next week, Electric Shock, here at Abessinio, has 10 points. So if they put on a performance like this, take 3 points away, they will jump up to 10 points, which may be enough to get them into the playoffs. The top 4 teams in the Keystone Conference make the playoffs, and with that win, the goal differential is going to help. The fans are appreciative. They've had a good time. The club is waving, clapping, and it's exciting. I hope you enjoyed all the goals. I hope the people that had trouble with the main app were able to correct that. So we thank you. Until next week, I'll sign off.